Hello and Mingalaba, I am Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today. Our top stories and reports. Luto discussing the proposal to confirm some provisions of the Child Rights Bill with the comments from the President. In-depth look into the cybersecurity sector of Myanmar. Myanmar-Thailand business matching and networking. Japan Yinhui film that's to be digitized. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick check on the latest local news. A new bridge crossing the Shuijing Creek in Shuijing Township, Bago region has been completed recently. The bridge was built with 7 billion Chats funds for the fiscal year 2017 to 2018, which was allocated by the Union government under the supervision of the Special Bridge Group 9 of the Bridge Department under the Ministry of Construction. U Win Theng, Chief Minister of Bago region, said a garbage treatment plant is set to be built in Bago and a plan is underway to construct similar facilities in other towns. During the meeting, the chief urged those present to create public areas where people can relax and pointed out that it will be effective by having more rubbish bins within easy reach for the public. He also suggested a plan to levy taxes for the removal of sanitation that's conducted by private enterprises, saying members of the development committee need to disseminate knowledge about garbage disposal on a wider scale. Aid, including cash for rice, rescue equipment and utensils, were distributed to flood victims in Kathar on Monday. Sagaing Regional Department of Disaster Management, Staff Officers Office and Township General Administrative Department went in the field and handed over money for rice and rescue equipment to people in flooded area, villages in Upper Ayeyarwady River. In Kathar, the Ayeyarwady River crossed its danger mark and reached 1,088 centimeters. Officials from the Department of Disaster Management distributed family kits and cash for rice to 800 people from 17 households who have not shifted to temporary shelters. With the high-level water in the Ayeyarwady River in July, a total of 2,468 villages in Kathar Township were shifted to relief camps for shelter. A workshop on disseminating skills and information for conducting community-based forest conservation in regions with different agricultural systems was held at Thingaha Hotel in Naypyidaw on Monday. Deputy Director General U Jojo Luin delivered opening remarks. The workshop is part of the project to implement sustainable agricultural lands and forest resource administration system in Myanmar's different ecosystems. It is led by FAO in collaboration with local NGOs and CSOs. The project demonstrates agricultural systems that are appropriate for the changing climate in coastal areas, highlands and the tropical region in central Myanmar, and implementing a sustainable forest administration system with local residents. The project focuses on Mindet and Kampalet townships of Chin State for highlands, Laputa Township for Ayeyarwady region for coastal regions, and Yang U and Chabadong townships of Mandalay region for tropical regions. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I believe it's time now for our first report. Pidangzu Luto on Monday discussed the proposal to confirm some provisions of the Child Rights Bill with comments from the President. This is the follow-up for the discussion for the Law and Pidangzu Luto session on July 15th. Agajo takes us away.
Pidangzu Luto on Monday discussed the proposal to confirm some provisions of a Child Rights Bill with comments from the President. The committee's findings and comments on Child Rights Bill returned with comments from President was presented at Pidangzu Luto's session on July 15th. Luto Bill Committee Secretary U Jo-so Lin at the Pidangzu Luto session put forward the amended provisions of the bill to ask the Luto's confirmation. Concerning the matter, the Speaker of Pidangzu Luto, U Dikomya, said,
ပြည်ထောင်စုလွှတ်တော်အစည်းအဝေးမှာဖတ်ကြားတင်ပြခဲ့ပြီးဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဒီနေ့လွှတ်တော်ရဲ့အဆုံးဖြတ်ရယူရမှာဥပဒေကြမ်းပူးပေါင်းကော်မတီရဲ့သဘောထားမှတ်ချက်အပေါ်ပြင်ဆင်ချက်တစုံတရာမရှိတဲ့အတွက်လွှတ်တော်ရဲ့သဘောထားမေးမြန်းအတည်ပြုသွားမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်။
The committee's findings and comments on the Child Rights Bill, returned with comments from the President, were read out by the Ludo representative at Bidong's Ludo session, which convened on July 15. The Bidong Ludo in June discussed the right to adopt a child officially. However, the Union Solidarity and Development Party, USDP, and nationalists are worried it will pave the way to adopt Muslim children in northern Rakhine State. They said if approved, the law would let other nationals to become Myanmar citizens. Ministry of Labor, Immigration and Population said this does not have to do with citizenship and it aims just to protect children from labor exploitation, sexual, physical, educational and health issues and to provide them with the medical care and education. Pidu Ludo Bill Committee Secretary Woo Jaw-solin highlighted the amended provisions.
ပြင်ဆင်ချက်ဇယားရဲ့အမှတ်စဉ်1ဥပဒေချမ်း၏အပိုက်3ပုံမှာခွဲထောက်ဝင်ပဲအပိုက်60အပိုက်ခွဲကကြီးအပိုက်62အပိုက်ခွဲကကြီးဂါကြီးနှင့်အပိုက်86တို့ကိုနိုင်ငံတော်သမ္မတ၏သဘောထားမှတ်ချက်အတိုင်းအတည်ပြုပေးနိုင်ပါရန်လွှတ်တော်သို့လေးစားစွာတင်သွင်းအပ်ပါသည်
Myanmar has ratified the United Nations Convention on Rights of the Child, including 4 core principles, which are non-discrimination, devotion to the best interests of the child, the right to life, survival and development, and respect for the view of the child. ILO data in 2015 shows that 9.3% of the Myanmar child population are in child labor. Most children are aged 5 to 17 years. Myanmar and the UN came up with a joint action plan in June 2012 to stop the recruitment and use of children by the armed forces.
ဒီအဆိုကိုအတည်ပြုရန်လွှတ်တော်ကသဘောတူပါသလားခင်ဗျာကသဘောတူပါလားခင်ဗျာသဘောတူပါလားခင်ဗျာသဘောမတူတဲ့သူရှိပါလားခင်ဗျာသဘောမတူသူမရှိတဲ့အတွက်အဆိုအတည်ဖြစ်ကြောင်းကြေညာပါတယ်
3 years later, Myanmar signed the optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of Child on the Involvement of Children in Armed Conflict, also known as International Child Soldier Treaty. In 2017, the country signed the Paris Principles and Commitments to protect children from unlawful recruitment or use by armed forces and groups, and to reintegrate those who have been associated with the armed forces into civilian life. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on the Luto discussing the proposal to confirm some provisions of the Child Rights Bill with the comments from the President. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, cloudy, a morning thunderstorm in parts of the area, then a couple of thunderstorms around. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 37 degrees Celsius. There's a 64% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, expect showery weather Wednesday evening through Saturday evening. In Naypyidaw, cloudy, a morning shower or thunderstorm in spots, then showers and thunderstorms. The daily outlook is around 30 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 35 degrees Celsius. 72% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, thunderstorms in the area Tuesday afternoon through late Wednesday night. In Mandalay, cloudy and showers. The daily outlook is around 31 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 36 degrees Celsius. 62% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. As mobile trends strive up dramatically in Myanmar, a lot of potential of internet usage has been made, while a lot of telecommunications operators invested, which seems to be a life-changing moment for everyone in Myanmar. However, bad side of every good exists, which in this case is the cybercrime and security sector. David Turner gives us the details.
Computer security, cybersecurity, or information technology security is the protection of computer systems from theft or damage to their hardware, software, or electronic data, as well as from the disruption or misdirection of the services. With that being said, let's hear out the Facebook and its security system affecting us and the people who knows only a fraction about security from the founder of OSC Myanmar. This seminar is for people who got their Facebook account hacked and people who want to have awareness of security in personal data. In Myanmar, these kinds of incidents are all over the country, that it's even countless of amount at the present time. Most of the incidents are of lack in taking action. It is not that we can take action, it is that each area in respective person are lacking a bit in taking these kind of actions of cybercrime. That is why this seminar purpose is to reach out people and be more cautious about these kind of security purpose. Let's also dive a little bit deep about for his experience of taking action in country situations and taking action of cyber crimes in these present days. When I was in Naypyidaw, I had a chance to meet one of the cyber police. He said that the link between each area of cyber police stations are broken and not in a link for a long time. After the law of which citizen security and personal freedom protection law has been applied around 2016, the cyber spying, tracking has been really a difficult sector for to even track. To track a suspected individual, we have to fill a lot of forms and inform. Before this has been applied, the Ministry of Telecommunications said to have report data to the police about the suspected number or account. Operators also plays a big role in this kind of sector as well. So how does it turn out will also be discussed. In some of our talks with operators, they said they would help us in to secure these kinds. But when we really go and inform them when we need help, they just let down by saying, come only if you have certain amount of information and paperwork. But the thing is, it takes a lot of time to do these kind of paperwork, as many of the people know. And on the other hand, it only takes a walk for 5 minutes from your home to buy one SIM card, and it only costs like 500 jets. So you can always toss away if you don't need it, which is one of the biggest problems at the present time. So let's figure out and prevent those cases before it goes too big. Let's hear out more from the professional. Choose hard to guess and different password for each of your social networking accounts. This is very important even though it seems as common for every people, because people tend to let their password in all of their social media's account just with one password. Hackers can just hack an account and automatically hack other accounts as well. And another thing to consider is to clue into your private settings and never allow automatic logs in. Make sure that your apps are set to automatically log you in and that you don't have your computer's browser remember your login and password. Remove third-party Facebook plugs in. It could be malware or Trojan or even the hackers doing the plugins and taking your information and threatening you in some other ways. Social networking site makes it easy to create fake profiles and pretend to be someone else, so make sure only accepting friends who you know in the real world. And don't ever talk to a suspected fake account users, which is really common in Myanmar. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the report. Reporter David Tanner signing out for now, and you guys have a good day.
That's a report on in-depth look into the cybersecurity sector of Myanmar. All right, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,510 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 219 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,694 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,883 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,110 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 367 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 48 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,418. Silver is at $16, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,500, MTSH is at 3,300, MCB is at 8,000, FPB is up 1,000 at 24,500. TMH is up 50 at 3,100. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices so you can listen to our radio programs anywhere in the world. Moving on to the third report. With the aim to promote trading and investment between the two countries, Myanmar-Thailand Business Matching and Networking was held on Monday at the UMFCCI. As Thailand is one of the important nations for Myanmar in trading partner, the two nations hope to build a better bilateral relations for the profit of both countries as the two nations are eager to improve their economies. Williamson reports.
Thailand is the third largest investor in Myanmar after Singapore and China. Therefore, Thailand plays an important role in Myanmar's economy. The two nations have been sharing a good bilateral relation for centuries in trade and commerce, but it saw the significant improvement post-independent period. Some of the most important goods exported to Thailand are car parts and components, natural gas, meat, aquaculture products, agricultural products, and timber. On the other side, Thailand also exports to Myanmar products such as edible oil, soft drinks, metals, cosmetics, both healthcare products and beauty products, and food. The two countries have seen the increased value of export in this year than the previous year. To enhance the business relation between the two countries, Myanmar-Thailand Business Matching and Networking organized by Leo Rajabhat Institute was held on 22nd of July 2019 at UMFCCI. Now let's hear from Dr. Myotet, the Vice Chairman of UMFCCI, speaking to the media on this business matching and networking.
ဒီမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့ရှိမှာ North East Part ဒီအရှေ့မြောက်ဘက်မှာသူတို့ရဲ့ province ပေါ့နော်ပြည်နယ်40လောက်ရှိတော့အဲ့ဒီထဲမှာပြည်နယ်5ခုကနေပြီးတော့ဒီနေ့လာတာပြည်နယ်5ခုကပေါ့နော်ဒီနေ့ delegates နော်
In this business matching, we have around 40 business delegates from 5 provinces which are located in the northeast part of Thailand. As the UMFCCI is responsible for the business development of Myanmar and for the development in other sectors like investment and trading. We invite business entrepreneurs from abroad. For today's business, we have food and beverage products exhibition and healthcare products including cosmetic products. Myanmar have been using Thailand product from long time ago. As we are still lagging behind than others in development, we are still depending on the product imported from countries such as Thailand and China. Singapore is the #1 investor in Myanmar in this year, followed by China. But China is at top for trading partner, and Thailand is top 3 country for investment in Myanmar. But Thailand is the second largest trading partner for Myanmar after China. Border trade is the main trading way for trade between Thailand and Myanmar. As Myanmar imports a large amount of goods from Thailand, it is also very much important to have a large amount of exports to Thailand. But due to slow economic growth, Myanmar is not able to export goods as expected. Therefore, the government of Myanmar is in the process of building export processing zone to support the export system to abroad. For the development of the economy, it will take years to have a decent development for the country economy. But how could Myanmar develop its economy even if there are not so many investors from abroad? Speaking on this matter, now once again let's hear from Dr. Myo Tet.
TV မှာကြည့်နေတဲ့အဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ပြည်သူပြည်သားတွေကျွန်တော် message ပေးချင်တာတော့ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံတိုးတက်အောင်ဘာနဲ့လုပ်မလဲထိုင်းနိုင်ငံအဓိကဆုံးဘာနဲ့အောင်မြင်လဲဒါကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကြည့်ရမယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်မြင်တာတော့ဗီယက်နမ်တော့အခုက leading မှာဖြစ်သွားပြီပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ဗီယက်နမ်ထားလိုက်အောင်ထိုင်းပါ
The message I'd like to give to the public is how do we improve the economy of our country? With what tools we improve the economy? How did Thailand improve the economy? We need to see first what Thailand did for the economic development. We see that Thailand developed the economy with tourism. We need to push for more of tourism investment and tourism promotion. If we calculate on how much a tourist spends, for example, a tourist spends $100, but how much it will be if millions of tourists visit our country? Somehow we need to learn a lot from Thailand. Now let's hear from Assistant Professor Dr. Pichit Prapinit from Boeing Ratchapat Institute.
คือในประเทศที่สำคัญที่อยู่ในประเทศเพื่อนบ้านที่อยู่กลุ่ม CL
According to the government policy, we have plan called CLMVT. So M from this alphabet stands for Myanmar. For the government of Thailand, Myanmar is one of the main targets for economic relation development. Therefore, there's a big potential for the development of economic relation between Thailand and Myanmar, as it is accordance with the government policy. This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Myanmar-Thailand business matching and networking. One last report on Japan Yinthui film that's to be digitized. The first collaboration film of Japan and Myanmar, Japan Yinthui, was found to be stored at the National Film Archive of Japan. The film, which was directed by the father of Myanmar film, director Wu Nyi-pu, will be digitized to premiere with the support of Japan government in joint collaboration with Information and Public Relations Department of Myanmar. Thora Swizin has the story.
The film Japan Yinthui, which was the first Japan-Myanmar film, is to be done digital restoration under the joint collaboration of Japanese government, Information and Public Relations Department of Myanmar, and National Film Archive of Japan. The restoration process is to be carried out by the Imagical Lab Inc. of Japan with the support of Agency for Cultural Affairs of Japan, A1 Film Company from Myanmar, and Safe Myanmar Film Organization. Japan Yinthui was directed in 1935 by director Nyi-pu, who is regarded as the father of Myanmar film industry. He produced the film by cooperating with Japan PCL Company. The story is about the romance between a boy from Myanmar and a Japanese girl, and the whole film was directed in Japan. Director Nyi-pu himself starred as the male lead in the film, and the female lead was Mitsuko Takao. Japanese ambassador to Myanmar, His Excellency Mr. Ichiro Maruyama, expressed his appreciation towards the digital restoration of Japan Yinthui.
Japan Yinthui restoration digital restoration
Myanmar and Japan are exchanging and sharing not only in political and economic sectors, but also in cultural fields. So I welcome the digital restoration of such great Myanmar film, Japan Yindui, which was the first Japan-Myanmar film. The scanning process has started and it takes about a month to implement the restoration process. After the digital restoration, the film is to be screened in Japan at National Film Archive of Japan venue on 26 October 2019. In Myanmar, the film will be shown at Myanmar Japan Classic Film Festival in March of 2020. Moreover, Director General of Information and Public Relations Department Wu Ye-nai mentioned that it will also be screened at the centenary celebration of Myanmar film industry.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမြန်မာရုပ်ရှင်သမိုင်းကတော့2020မှာကျွန်တော်တို့နှစ်တရာဒီထိမှတ်ဆင်နွှဲမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီလိုအချိန်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာရုပ်ရှင်လောကမှာဒီအောင်မြင်ကျော်ကြားခဲ့တဲ့ရုပ်ရှင်ဇာတ်ကားတွေကိုပြန်လည်စုဆောင်းတာတွေထိန်းသိမ်းတာတွေကျွန်တော်တို့ဆောင်ရွက်နေပါတယ်အဲ့လိုပဲကျွန်တော် Memory Film
We are going to celebrate the centenary ceremony of Myanmar film industry in 2020. So we are processing the collection and restoration of old famous Myanmar films. We are also going to premiere Japan Yindui at Memory Film Festival after digital restoration.
သူတို့ရဲ့မင်းသားမင်းသမီးတွေရောကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ data တွေရဲ့ပညာအချင်းတွေပေါ့ဒီကားကြည့်လိုက်ရင်သိတာပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကအဲ့ခရေကကျွန်တော်တို့လူမျိုးတွေကဟိုဒီအမှုပညာပိုင်းမှာရောအတတ်ပညာပိုင်းမှာရောမနှိမ်ဘူးဆိုတာကိုဒါကိုဒီကားကိုကြည့်ခြင်းအပြင်ဒါတွေ့သွားမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒါကြောင့်ဒီကားလောက်တာတကယ်လူငယ်တွေအတွက်ကောကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ဒီရုပ်ရှင်မှတ်တိုင်အတွက်ကောအရင်အရေးကြီးပါတယ်
The film can obviously highlight the skills of the actors, actresses, and the writer. It can prove that we have qualified artistic and technical skills since then. The restoration of the film is so important for the young generations and the history of Myanmar film. Ko Oka, project director of Save Myanmar Film, who is currently working for restoration of Myanmar film, stated his opinion.
ဒီလိုမျိုးရုပ်ရှင်ကားတွေကကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံမှာမရှိတော့ဘူးရုပ်ရှင်ကားပေါင်းမြောက်များစွာထုတ်လုပ်ခဲ့တဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံကရုပ်ရှင်ကားတွေရဲ့ကြံရှိနေတဲ့အခြေအနေက99%ကျော်ပျောက်ဆုံးခဲ့ပြီဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မို့လို့အဖြူမဲရုပ်ရှင်ကားတွေပေါ့နော်ပျောက်ဆုံးခဲ့ပြီဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မို့လို့ဒီလိုမျိုးရုပ်ရှင်ကားတွေမဖြစ်မနေကျွန်တော်တို့ပြန်ပြီးတော့ထိန်းသိမ်းတဲ့အစီအစဉ်လုပ်ဖို့လိုအပ်ပါတယ်
In our country, where many great films were produced, the black and white films are barely remained, so that such kind of restoration of the old films are definitely necessary. Well, that's all about digital restoration of Japan Yindui film. This is Dora Susan from MI Radio.
That's all the reports we have for today. Just before we say goodbye, let's get a little international here and take a look at interesting happenings around the world. The UK public has been asked to take part in the world's largest butterfly count to see if the nation is experiencing a once-in-a-decade phenomenon. Butterfly Conservation said usually high numbers of the painted lady butterfly had been spotted flying from Europe to the UK. They usually fly to Britain in the summer, but every 10 years, millions arrive in a mass migration. The charity's Big Butterfly Count begins on Friday and runs until 11th of August. To take part, people must spend 15 minutes in a sunny spot anywhere in the UK, counting the butterflies they see before submitting sightings online or via the app. They are encouraged to spot and record 17 species of common butterfly. In other news, an estimated 3,800 people dribbled basketballs simultaneously in the Philippines, but ultimately fell short of breaking the Guinness World Record. Go for Gold, a Philippines-based triathlon and cycling team, gathered an estimated 3,800 people in Pasay City to dribble basketballs in an attempt to break a Guinness record. The attempt ultimately fell short of the record of 7,556 people dribbling at the same time, which was set in Gaza in 2010. Organizers said the basketballs from Sunday's failed attempt would be donated to villages around the country to be used by local children. At least they're still making a good cause. That's all we have for now on Myanmar Today. Drop your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Sin. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day.